The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
You know, out in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's about town, Deb.
And welcome to this week's episode of City Talk. And I am About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. As you can see, I have this most amazing backdrop. I've got the stars all behind me, and I have a star right here next to me at the Pioneer Center of Performing Arts in Reno, Nevada. I have Dennyse Sewell. Dennyse, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. And we're on the stage. It's so cool.
It's so lovely. Thank you for being here. I know you guys can't see, but this is the stunning backdrop behind us, which means we have the pleasure of facing the auditorium right now. We have 1,500 seats staring back at us today.
Yeah, it's so cool. We wish you were there with us, but it's amazing here. So I just want to say thank you for being here. It's so cool. I've never I have been up on stage, but I'm looking at all these seats, and there's seats up there, and your team here was so, the hospitality when I walked in, I had my own crew setting me up, and the lights and the camera action, so cool. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm also grateful for our sponsors, which one of our sponsors right now is a Pioneer Center, so I'm very grateful for them. GratisGives Processing, Rye Plastic Surgeons, so you want to look your best. Surratt Law Practice, Rail City Casino and Sparks, and Wild River Grille. Thank you. And of course, FenixMedia.us. Without Christian, none of this would be happening, so I'm really grateful. I also, usually say a little bit about how the week went. Well, I actually got on a plane and I went to Burbank, California, and then to Palm Desert. And I have to tell you, the Reno Tahoe Airport has some new direct flights. Have you been following them at all?
Yes, I've been reading those updates. It's incredible what's going on. Yeah.
So there is a direct flight to Burbank, my hometown, and I've been waiting for that. And the prices, there were some $39, some $49, some $79. I was lucky to get a $49 one way.
Amazing.
I literally got to the airport early, went to the escape lounge, and within an hour and 15 minutes, I landed. I was in Burbank with my family. I'm telling you, normally it takes me 4 to 6 hours because I have a layover, and I'm just so grateful. So Reno Tahoe Airport, I'm so grateful that you're getting so many more direct flights. Totally cool. So I went there for my mom and her twin sister, Aunt Glenda, their 81st birthday.
Oh, that's
and because of
fabulous.
COVID, we couldn't be there. And my cousin Lucy met me, and we had the most amazing time. It was all family, lots of good food, and it was their birthday. And we went to Ruth Chris, and I have to tell you, they're struggling just as much with all the restaurants and the service workers, whether it's a hotel. And and my new thing now is wherever I go, whether you're walking on an airplane, going to a grocery store, wherever you're at, I'm trying. I haven't made every single one, but every worker, I'll just say thank you. Thank you for what I'm thank you for working. So if you're out there listening, thank you for working, because I'm telling you, without you working right now and your staff, and even here, you won't be able to go out to eat. You won't be able to stay at a hotel, and at the airports. And I read, I don't know whether I read on social media, the news pops up, and not only is there the shortage of crews, the gasoline shortage.
Absolutely.
So now everybody's ready to travel.
Yep.
Oh, so it's we keep getting hit. So I'm just grateful that I was able to make the trip. I didn't have everything worked well. And then when I got back, it was right back to action. We have, there's so many things happening in the Reno, Carson, Tahoe area and Sparks. So I was able to go to the Sierra Markets grand opening, and where the Atlantis is, and next to it is the Reno Town Mall.
Yes.
Years ago it was Old Town Mall.
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
It's Reno Town Mall. So Dave Asher took on the project of creating this beautiful local grocery store.
Fabulous.
It is so cool. And I was able to pour the wine. He has, local wine. He has local, he has local coffee, local everything you could think of. So if you're a local business in our area or in Nevada, it doesn't be this area, and you would like your product on his shelves, please give me a call, or you can go on the Facebook page on Sierra Market on Facebook and message Dave. He'd love to have you. Wonderful. And then from there, I think there was something else. But before I forget, we're also going to be pouring wine Thursday night, which would be tomorrow night, at the Record Street Brewing Company.
Oh,
have you been there then?
Wonderful.
Have you been there?
No,
you
but
need
I hear
to go
such
there.
Great things.
And so they have this amazing where you can get pizza and you can get food, and right next door is it was Alpine Glass Company, and there's a stage in this big open area. So the fashion truck takes over. Fabulous. And Britain is really good about involving other local small businesses, and mostly women owned. So I'm going to be there.
Wonderful.
Isn't she amazing?
She is fantastic.
So I'm so excited. So I get to do that.
Great.
It'll be my first time pouring wine for her. So that is exciting.
It's a beautiful old building too.
Oh
that
my
Alpine
gosh,
Glass
yes.
building. I love it.
And then I have a new partner for wine coming up. So if you're downtown Reno in the Riverwalk District, Urban Market. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
I'm so glad she's on top of all of this.
Yes.
You are a local pro. But I'm so excited because when I told her I had some new wine, she said, well, let's meet. Let's try it. So you're going to be able to get about Town Deb Red Blend and Crystal Basin Cellars, who produces the wine. Some of his wine's going to be in there too. And we're going to be doing 3 tastings coming up.
That's exciting.
August, September, October. And they have this cool room behind the marketplace that you don't know it's there. And it has like a professional kitchen, so we can do.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's going to be so cool. Nice. So I want to say thank you to Denise and Dale for the opportunity. So that's what's been happening. And when we come back, it's all going to be about Broadway and more. So I'm so grateful to be at the Pioneer Center, Reno, Nevada, about Town Deb City Talk. So hang tight. We come back. We're going to be talking to Denise and getting her story and why you need to come to Reno, wherever you're at. Fly in on those flights. Yes. Good flights.
Those direct flights.
I didn't even think about that.
Absolutely.
So my family from Burbank could come watch a show.
Yep. Hop on over.
Oh, and you know what? The price of that is almost like drinks for the night.
Yes, honestly.
So you can fly in, stay at my house, go to a show, and go back home.
Have dinner at Wild River Grill.
Of course.
Always.
Good partner. So it's about Town Deb City Talk. We'll be right back.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to GratisGives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to GratisGives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting GratisGives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
Don't miss all the fun and excitement at the new Rail City Casino. Play over 40 new hot penny slots, plus double down during the Party at the Pit Blackjack every Thursday through Saturday from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. And join us for Bingo After Dark every Thursday through Saturday night for your chance to win up to $1,000 cash. When you've worked up an appetite, visit the new Ale House for delicious specials to tantalize your taste buds. Visit the new Rail City Casino today. New slots, new games, and more chances to win.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry,
from being bullied online, you can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, your host, Debbie McCarthy. As you can see, I am in the stars. This is like probably one of the best sets ever. I'm at the Pioneer Center for Performing Arts in Reno, Nevada. So if you have not been here to Reno in a while, this has been here for how long?
We opened our doors in January 1968.
Oh, wow. Yeah. 1968. Yep. So we're talking with Dennyse Sewell, the executive director, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her, number one, your passion about the Broadway and the shows and being on stage and all that kind of stuff. And a little, maybe before that, a little bit about the history of the Pioneer Center and why it's such a jewel. It is a jewel right here in Reno.
Absolutely. Yes, right now, Debbie and I are lucky enough to be on stage in this auditorium. For anyone who's unfamiliar, we're actually underground. The Pioneer Center is a really unique, quirky building. When you stand on the front plaza and you look at our theater, you see this really iconic gold geodesic dome. And the bulk of the theater is actually underground. So we are well below ground right now in this gorgeous little jewel box of an auditorium. It is a 1,500 seat theater. When we opened in January 1968, we were the host to a wide range of different kinds of shows that were popular at the time.
Well, share some of those if you know any.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Because, I mean, if you're listening, like my mom or my dad or your aunts or uncles, this would be something you could share with them.
Absolutely. I actually had the pleasure of going back through the historic archives, and I learned that Vincent Price did a reading from stage as a benefit, which just I thought, oh my God,
like right here,
it's right here.
So he sat right
Vincent
here.
Vincent Price stood right here with his perfect, fabulous horror movie voice and narrated. I think he read maybe The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe.
That's
something
scary.
fabulous and creepy. Yeah. And just wonderful. And the host to just, again, a wide range of performances, theater, dance, music, incredible local ensembles, as well as touring groups. And every year since 1968, that's what this theater has hosted, is a wide range of events for just about everyone in the community. Anything that you find interesting, that happens here at the Pioneer. Again, whether it's music or dance or poetry readings or a speaker series or Broadway, it all happens here on this stage. And we are, my staff and I are the fortunate current caretakers of this beautiful space that's actually on the national, state, and city historic registers because of such unique architecture and cultural significance in this community. So it's really a very, very special space.
Well, I have to say, sitting up here on stage and looking out, I can only imagine all the memories of all the different performers, whether it's, ballet with, kids like they're 2 or 3. I mean, I've seen some little, ballet performances. Yep. And you think of that too, like you said, Vincent Price. And I'm sure there's many more who have performed here.
Itzhak Perlman, Mandy Patinkin. I mean, we have had the greatest of the greats perform on this stage over the 53 years that we've been here.
And that says a lot. It means that this is the place to come. But just sitting here and looking out, you see all these seats and you can sit up on it. I'm like speechless. And I know that out there in the lobby, it's just as beautiful. And I know that when you, like you said, when you come up, it's the beautiful dome. I'm looking up at the dome, I'm assuming.
Yep.
That's the dome up here.
Yep.
But if you haven't, you really, really need to go to the website. What is the website? Let's just throw out there now.
Yes, pioneercenter.com. Very easy to remember.
Yeah, so while you're watching, if you want to like go ahead and switch over to that so you can see what we're talking about and to see the beauty that's in here. It's just, it's crazy.
Iconic mid-century architecture. And mid-century is having such a renaissance. It's so popular right now. And that's what this building embodies, is the design, the aesthetic of the 60s in all its glory.
So have you done any performing on stage?
Oh gosh, no. I'm very, very rarely on this stage unless it's for a functional purpose, and then I make my way off. That's about it.
But you know what? I'm telling you, I think if there was a stage for you, this would be this. You're on the stage now. So yes, you are on the stage now. So Broadway.
Yes.
It's been a big, the hubbub of Reno and the buzz is all, for the last few months, it's been about Hamilton. That's such Hamilton is coming here November 3rd to 14th. And I was looking at that is going to be here before you
right
know
around the
it.
corner. Just blink your eyes.
So if you can just share a little bit about not just Hamilton, what are some of the other shows that are coming? And if you have a favorite of them.
Yes. I'm an absolute Broadway nut, as is all of my staff. We have been presenting the Broadway series here for 25 years.
Wow.
Absolutely remarkable, the shows that have been on this stage over those 25 years.
That's a lot of years.
Yes, incredible. Really, really exciting. But of course, the biggest thing in Broadway, the biggest show that has ever been created in Broadway, Hamilton, is coming here as part of our post-pandemic season. When we return from this extended closure, Hamilton will be the first Broadway show on this stage right here where we're sitting, which I almost can't believe, pinch me to even say that out loud.
No, it's amazing this is our biggest little city, Reno, Nevada, to think that we're going to be honored and privileged. And just to know the cast is going to be here. And so
for 2 weeks, they will live here in town for 2 weeks. Yes. Supporting the shops, the restaurants, the bars, the physician's offices, the massage therapists, the gyms. They will live here for 2 weeks. Really exciting.
If they need to know what's out and about town, we would love to host them. I think that's great. So besides Hamilton, there's Fiddler on the Roof. So that would be the next one.
Yes, Fiddler on the Roof will be here in January.
That one, I have seen that, and it's to me, it's iconic because you see it over and over again in different ways, in different theaters, and different actors and actresses, and it's just the energy of it.
Yeah, and I think seeing
it's going to be here.
Yes, and I think seeing it at different points in your life, you get different meaning from it as well, based on the season that you are in your own personal life. I feel like it means something different to you based on where you're at as well. It's such a layered and beautiful show.
I love
really,
that. And that is January 18th to the 23rd of next year. Again, it's going to be here before you know it. Every week keeps going by faster, and I just can't believe all this is happening. And then we're going to continue on in May, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes.
I've only seen that once, and I want to say I was 19 or 20. I was in Los Angeles or Hollywood. I have not seen it here.
Yes, and this is the totally rockin' new kind of restaged anniversary production. It is going to be big and loud and fabulous and bright and just gut-wrenchingly wonderful. That is a show that just eviscerates.
So you've seen that one before then?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See, it's been so long for me. I will probably be in awe, and it'll be brand new.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be brand new.
And this will be different than, of course,
any other ones I've seen.
Different than the tour that I saw many years ago as well. So it'll be fabulous.
Yeah. And then in June, and this is the one that I have seen because it was one of Papa Tony's favorites, which is weird that it would be one of his favorites, but he loved it. June 14th to 19th, 2022.
Cats. Yes. Such a
Let
family
the memory
favorite.
live
Such an
on,
icon.
live again.
Mm-hmm. When my niece was little, that was the show that she kept saying, "When will you bring cats? When will you bring cats?" She's a teenager now, but she's coming with me anyway. I'm definitely taking that girl to see
That's a great memory.
cats.
The idea that she wants to see it, and now she gets to come here with you in a sense, your second home right here where you spend all your days.
Yep.
I think that is just amazing. And then the other one in July 26th to 31st, Hadestown.
Yes.
I honestly know nothing about Hadestown.
Yes.
That you might have to give me a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Like, what is it? Like, I don't know anything.
Yes. And so to your first question about the show that really gets my heart.
Yes.
There is no comparison. Hamilton is in a class all its own. It is a work of art that stands on its own. So there's no question about that. The show that I am most excited for this community to learn about is Hadestown. Because again, it's a show that I think very few people here in town are aware of.
I don't even know what it is. Like, what is it? I mean, is it like a town in Hades?
So
I don't know.
It's a modern telling of the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice descending into the underworld. So it's a modern telling of an ancient Greek myth, Hades.
I had no idea.
And it is dark and haunting, incredibly powerful.
Oh.
I wept through the whole performance when I saw
gosh.
it. I mean, I'm easily moved by art, certainly, but it is so smart and so different. And we have the incredible gift of presenting it during Art Town next July, which is the perfect time to bring a show like that. It is the reigning Tony Award-winning Best Musical. But again, I think it's something that folks here in Reno don't yet know about. But after they see that show, I really think it's going to open their eyes to the breadth of what a Broadway musical can be, because it's so different from the other shows in the lineup.
Now, talking with Courtney, one of our dear friends, she was saying that your season tickets, they're like, boom, flying off the shelf.
Yes.
So if you didn't have an opportunity, you don't have season tickets, you weren't able to get them. Are there still tickets available?
Yes. So we are just astonished by the response from this community. We know that we here are passionate about Broadway, and we know that this community is as well. And the response to this Broadway launch, again, post-COVID, was just fabulous. So if you did not get a season ticket package, don't despair. There will be a small number of tickets that are available for individual sale. The best way to do that, because they'll go on sale at different dates throughout the year, is to go to our website, pioneercenter.com, sign up for our email list, and then you'll get an email message that lets you know when there's a priority access. If email is not your favorite, you can also follow us on social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram platforms, and we will be announcing those on sale dates for those as well. Again, limited quantity, so you want to make sure that you're one of the first to know when those come available for sale.
Okay. Well, it's that time again for a break. We come back. I want to go in depth a little bit more about the shows, because we've talked about, we said the dates. I still Hadestown, I had no idea.
Yes,
so
fabulous.
Just because I've seen Fiddler on the Roof doesn't mean you may not have. Right. So I want to go back. We come back, we're going to chat about that. So it's About Town Deborah's Talk. Right.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to GratisGives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to GratisGives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting GratisGives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m. and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. As you could see, as I mentioned, we're under the stars, Pioneer Center, Reno, Nevada, under the dome. I've looked at it. I didn't realize we are underground.
Yep.
This is so cool.
Yep.
And I'm so excited to be here. I can actually say I'm on stage with Dennyse Sewell, the executive director. Your passion, you can just tell that when you're up here and you talk about this amazing, the Pioneer Center, like where so many people and stars and families and young kids have grown up doing acting and ballet. What is the ballet? I'm going blank. That's here.
The holiday ballet, the Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker. Mm-hmm. But there's a group.
AVA Ballet Theater.
Yes,
our resident ballet company.
Yes, I wanted to mention them because I know that for many years when I worked at St. Albert's, a lot of the young ladies and the gentlemen grew up and they were in it. So
yes, and I think
David Allen is the son. So Allen. Yes. So David Allen went to school with my son Joey.
Oh my gosh, how fabulous!
Yeah.
So Miss Miriam, she's the ballet mistress.
Miss Miriam,
and that's Miss Miriam's son David. And incredible comment. David Allen is now a sound technician on the road with Jesus Christ Superstar. He will be back in his hometown doing sound for the national Broadway tour of Jesus Christ Superstar right here where he grew up. I kid you not.
Is that crazy that I even thought of that?
That's amazing.
I am so, it's the, no.
Yeah, true.
Seriously, because they literally, like from kindergarten, they grew up together.
That's fabulous.
And every time we had a wine tasting at auction, his mom and dad would donate, tickets. And his sister is beautiful too.
Yes. And so his sister Eve is a dance professor at the university, and he works in the Broadway industry.
But he's going to be here.
Absolutely.
I need to be, seriously.
Can't miss it.
I need to be in the front row, and I need to surprise him. And I don't know what you do. Do you give them flowers?
Don't let him watch this video because then the surprise will be ruined.
I'm speechless. I'm not really speechless, but I'm so excited because it just shows that the biggest little city is the biggest little city. And no matter how far you go as you grow up, and you tend to always end up back here, whether it's for a visit, but the idea that he grew up with his parents on the stage, and now he's going to be coming back as a sound tech for Jesus Christ.
And the wealth of culture in this community is amazing.
Gosh,
the people who grow up with access to these world-class things that just spark their souls and that send them on these journeys where then again they come back as a Broadway employee to his hometown venue. It's just amazing.
That was unscripted, just so you know.
She really had no idea.
I had no idea. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited about that. And before we I want to talk about Hamilton, and I want to talk about Fiddler on the Roof. Before that, without having sponsors, just like with my sponsors, this wouldn't be happening. Absolutely. So I really feel it's important that not only do we need to be kind and we need to tell people thank you outside, our sponsors, no matter what sponsors they are, we need to acknowledge them because they are the heart and soul. Absolutely. So I would love you to share a little bit about who they are and all that kind of, and how you can get involved.
Oh, I love that. This is such a generous community. such supportive business leaders, partners. We here at the Pioneer Center have had an unbelievable relationship with our Broadway sponsor, First Independent Bank. They have sponsored this Broadway series every year since 2002.
Wow.
They believed in this. They helped it grow. They knew the importance of bringing world-class touring productions here to Reno. And they continue to believe in it. And they came on board in a bigger way than ever as our title sponsor, because they know that the return of culture in this community is what's going to help us rebound from the pandemic.
I agree.
And they really, they put their resources into supporting Northern Nevada. And we're so fortunate that we're one of the causes that they believe in. So thank you, First Independent Bank, for making this possible, for helping us bring Hamilton here to Reno.
Wow. So if somebody wants to get involved, whether it's to volunteer, whether it's to sponsor, or whatever, or is there job openings, anything like that? If you want to be a part of this beautiful Pioneer Center, how would we go about it? Or is there opportunities to volunteer?
Absolutely. So all of our ushers, the incredibly friendly, wonderful folks that you see in those maroon vests when you get here, they are all volunteers.
I had no idea.
They donate their time to the Pioneer Center because they're passionate about the work that we do, and they're passionate about you guys, the community. They want to make sure that you have a great experience. We have the best volunteers in the world, truly, and the best staff. And there are so many ways to get involved with the Pioneer Center through a bunch of different touch points. If you're interested in the groups that perform on stage, if you're interested in being someone behind the scenes, helping do the magic with the Stagehand Union.
That's kind of cool.
There's so many neat things that are available, depending on what it is that speaks to you, that feels like the point of entry that you want. I think the best thing, again, is to go to our website, pioneercenter.com. There's a contact us link, and you can just fill in whatever your interest is, and that will send an email to one of our staff members who can then forward it to wherever it needs to go for whatever kind of information you're looking for.
So what about if you want to intern?
So internship is something that we actually haven't developed any kind of program for that yet. But it doesn't mean it's off the table. I mean, I think as this community continues to grow, the opportunities that the Pioneer Center offers should grow with this community, certainly.
Because I just think just to be able to be here and volunteer, you're going to get to experience it in a whole new light. I mean, you get to be a part of it. You get to be a part of the crew. You get to watch. You get to be here and
feel all the excitement when people come in the door. It's really
and
lovely.
I get energy from people. So for me, I would be a greeter. I'm like, hey, come on in.
Absolutely.
I just think that the first person you meet when you go anywhere, to feel that excitement that we're happy that you're here. So that's what I'm saying. We are so excited. Like, we're welcoming you right now, both of us. It's just such a beautiful place.
And we're fortunate to have such friendly volunteer ushers. And then our box office staff, paid employees, incredibly friendly and welcoming. Our bartender staff, again, friendly, welcoming, knowledgeable, lovely people that just spread the excitement of the Pioneer with
they're happy
each of
to
our
be
patrons.
here.
Absolutely.
So now we're going to switch over to Hamilton. I have a confession. Courtney is going to clobber me because when I was here for the media afternoon, she goes, don't tell them you haven't seen Hamilton.
Oh, that's okay.
But you know what? But I want people to know, like, you're saying Hamilton. And I don't know, maybe it's my demographic. Maybe I don't know, but I still really don't know. So I would love to. So with Hamilton, it's like the newest phase. It's like more of a current one, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So we're going to start with the current one, because if you're in my world and you haven't heard about it, I think there's a lot of us out there who maybe we're afraid to say we haven't. So tell us about it, like how it got started.
So it is truly just, again, in a class by itself. It is a global phenomenon. Everything about that show, in my humble opinion, is genius. The lighting, the sound, the costumes, the staging, the choreography is just unbelievable. It is the story of the founding fathers of America, but told through a modern lens. And so, yes, they're wearing traditional attire, but it's mostly rap. The lyrics are incredibly intelligent, really quick. You absolutely have to pay attention while you're watching it because it just goes really, really fast. It sweeps you along on this journey. But yes, it tells a story of the founding of this country, but through a modern lens of what America is today. So really culturally diverse cast, really incredible staging of historical events that we all are pretty much aware of from school, but it brings them to life in a really visceral way where I think you could just say, yes, on this date, this happened. But when you see a portrayal of it's so much more
story.
Impactful. It is beautiful and moving and, again, incredibly intelligent. It is such a smash hit phenomenon. Everyone in your life, whether they know this or not, will be blown away by that show, truly,
because
regardless
people
of their
say
age.
the music. So are these songs that are like new songs that are on the radio? Are they popular?
Oh gosh,
because I hear people like their kids are singing them in the cars.
I think it was the #1 streaming album for.
Oh my!
I'm going to get the time frame wrong, but
it's okay.
For a lifetime. We'll just say for my entire lifetime, more or less.
That works.
You should absolutely look it up, and I do recommend if you're coming to see the show, and if you're not familiar with the soundtrack,
it'd be better to listen to it.
I highly recommend listening before you get here, even just to kind of prep yourself for what you're about to experience. And if you've listened to the soundtrack 100,000 times, if you watched it on Disney Plus, I promise you, coming to see it live is yet another layer to that experience.
So should you watch it on Disney?
Absolutely.
Before,
it's gorgeous.
just to kind of get a feel of what's happening.
But again, remember, nothing can replace the energy of live.
Oh, yeah.
So when you watch it on TV, it's stunning, but it is not the same as being in an auditorium surrounded by people with that energy for that fleeting experience on stage in that one moment. It's incredible. It will just knock your socks off. Fabulous.
My socks are already off, by the way. I think that this is amazing. I'm really looking forward to it because I didn't really want to confess that I hadn't seen it.
You're not alone.
But I'm just saying that it's nice to hear a little bit about it because I would not have thought to get the soundtrack or to watch the Disney movie of it. I wouldn't have thought that. So, So now I'll be in the know, not in the unknow, whatever that would be.
Yes, and I will say you'll be surrounded by super fans who have every word memorized. So it'll be nice to be slightly familiar
I need
with.
to do that. So we're going to take our final break. And we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Fiddler on the Roof. That's a little bit more my time. So I'm excited about that. We're going to take a quick break. We come back.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The Storks are bringing me a baby brother!
We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. Cool. Very cool. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Don't miss all the fun and excitement at the new Rail City Casino. Play over 40 new hot penny slots, plus double down during the Party at the Pit Blackjack every Thursday through Saturday from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. And join us for Bingo After Dark every Thursday through Saturday night for your chance to win up to $1,000 cash. When you've worked up an appetite, visit the new Ale House for delicious specials to tantalize your taste buds. Visit the new Rail City Casino today. New slots, new games, and more chances to win.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I am Debbie McCarthy, your host. I'm here with Dennyse Sewell. Look at this. Again, I cannot stop. I'm so, this is such a blessing to be on the stage at the Pioneer Center in Reno, Nevada. We love Reno, Nevada.
Yes.
And we love Sparks and Carson City and
Absolutely.
Tahoe.
Northern Nevada.
Northern Nevada. We're just going to say it. We love Northern
love.
Nevada. And we love that this jewel, the Pioneer Center, is underground. And we're here. It's like I have to whisper. I don't know.
I know. There's something about an empty
there's
theater
something
that
about
feels
it.
really,
It just, it's, I feel like there's all the performers before are watching
absolutely.
us.
All the energy of
the
what has
energy,
come before.
it's come before and they're here and what's going to be next. And to have the honor to be up here and interviewing you and your team who helped set up, they're incredible.
Fabulous.
Oh my gosh.
We have the best
You have
staff.
the best staff. And we were talking about your volunteers. Volunteers are so important. When I worked at St. Albert's, when I knew the Allens, I was the parish life director. So I coordinate all the events and all the volunteers with the church, the Child Development Center, and the school. So when you're having that many volunteers, you get to know so many people, and I couldn't even begin to do what I did without them.
No, to so generously give of your time and your expertise. Not only do we have over 200 volunteer ushers, also all of the Pioneer Center grounds. So those beautiful gardens out front with the flowers and trees, those are maintained by volunteer master gardeners.
Oh my gosh.
That donate their time to come down and pull weeds.
I bet people didn't know that.
No, and it's such a lovely and incredible gift that they give to us to help make sure the Pioneer Center is welcoming from the outside.
I did not know that.
Yeah, really amazing.
Again, another reason why this is such a gem.
Such a special
It's not
place.
just the building, it's all the people, the volunteers, the community that supports it, and everybody who walks in those doors and
all
and
of the
takes a
amazing
seat.
groups who perform on the stage, and
yes.
the children whose first
That's right.
performance experience is here.
They'll never forget it.
Right, absolutely.
They're just as important as
so special.
A movie star on here. It's just,
Absolutely.
they are the
Yep,
stars.
on
They
the
are
big stage.
There are stars. It's amazing. So Fiddler on the Roof. Okay. We talked about Hamilton. If you have not been to a Broadway show, or you're maybe in your 20s or 30s and you want to experience Broadway for the first time, tell us a little bit about Fiddler on the Roof and why they should try to get some of the older or beginning shows versus all the new ones.
Absolutely. Again, as a Broadway nut, I love them all so very much. I think if you never experience a classical Broadway show, you are missing so much. If you only go to the new, the modern, the different, yes, those are fabulous. But if you don't understand what came before, what inspired these new musicals, I really think you're missing so much in the arc of performance art. Classic Broadway shows are unmatched. There is a sensibility to the lyrics that I think, again, is so specific to the era in which the shows were created. Fiddler is such an emotional show. It is so much about family and tradition and culture. and kind of the ties that bind us in those ways. And again, I think if you've never had that experience, if you think, oh, Fiddler's an old-fashioned show, you don't understand that it's timeless. It is absolutely as relevant now as when it was created, because humans are the same. Our inner selves are the same as they ever were. The modern world races around us, but we're the same. And I think Fiddler is that opportunity for young audiences to slow down and be present. And I think in a world where you can change the channel so quickly, right? You can stream anything at any time. To sit quietly in a live audience for 2.5 hours and fully engage with that experience, I think is so meaningful. And I really hope young audiences do come see Fiddler.
So when you say Fiddler, I mean, there is a Fiddler, but what is the basic? You said family, but can you tell a little bit more, like Fiddler on the Roof? There is a Fiddler on the Roof, but tell us a little bit about, is it like his family? Can you tell a little bit about the story?
Yes. And I think, again, from my perspective, I think everyone will get something different out of it. Depending on where you are in your life, you may identify with the father figure in the story. You may identify with the daughter. Perhaps you are in love and getting married and young, and you will identify with that part of the story. Perhaps you're a parent watching your child grow and change and leave home and move on to start their own family. Again, goosebumps. It is about generations of family and about the traditions that you grew up in that for you have been important in your life. And perhaps your offspring are going to carry those forward, and perhaps they're not.
Wow.
But that you need to respect where they're at and send them off with love and joy and trust. It's a beautiful, really, really meaningful show. It's very special.
I can just listen to you talk about all these shows because I feel like the whole Broadway series is truly a gift. Like, I got goosebumps right now. It's like I'm looking out here at all the seats, and I could picture each one of you sitting here, and then I can visualize how you described both of those. So I feel like this is an opportunity for you to take. What's the average? These you said 2.5 hours.
Yeah, depending on the show.
But to take, let's say, 3 hours out. By the time you come early and you get a drink, or you have your kids and they get a soda or whatever juice, and you sit down in the anticipation with the music going, and they're waiting and they're watching the curtains open, and
the lights go down.
Yeah. And to take that time without your phone, and to take that time and just every now and then just breathe and take all that energy in,
and really be present.
Again, I have goosebumps again.
Yep.
I really feel like this is truly a gift. So again, you need to go to pioneercenter.com.
Absolutely.
And you need to check out the shows, and you need to follow their Facebook page or call them up and say, I don't want to miss out on whatever tickets are left. So you know where to go, where to look. So when it does get posted, don't be like what I do. I'm like, I'll do it later. Or, do I have enough money right now? I'll wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till tomorrow. When you see that, click it now, call it now, because I have a feeling all of us that weren't lucky enough to get season tickets, it's like a lottery. I mean, everybody's so happy to be out.
Yes,
and
to re-engage.
This is truly a gift. And this has been a blessing for me just to learn and to be here, number one. And we do have a little fun game we're going to play. But before I do that, I do not want to miss this. I've really been, we were talking about the service industry. And we posted it Monday, but I feel it's really important. And I'm going to read it because I don't want to get the quote wrong. It's unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. Bob Kearney. And then what I wrote in my post, just to give you a feel, our service community is struggling. I believe that being kind will show the care and appreciation the people of the hospitality and service industry deserve. Without them, we wouldn't be able to dine out, enjoy a hotel stay, travel, and so much more. So today, let's all say thank you, and remember, together we're one heart. And I just feel like it's so important and to take that time with your family and, be thankful for them and have these moments where you can experience a memory. This is a memory. This isn't just a show. This is a memory you're going to cherish forever. Yep. And I know I'm sure, do you have a memory you can remember?
About theater?
About theater.
Yes, absolutely. I was very, very, very little. I was a little kid in Truckee, and we came into the big city, into Reno, and I sat up there in that balcony. I was just a little pumpkin, and watched the Broadway musical Mame, which was, I was so small. I fell asleep. I certainly had no idea. But it was overwhelmingly fabulous to sit in that balcony and to feel like my little self was part of something big and special.
You're a huge part of it. That's incredible. Yeah, I told you that my memory before was sitting here with my dad, and he was such in awe, and he has a little cane, and he just, he wanted to come back and see another show. It meant so much to him, and just for him to get the elevator and take the time to get to the seat was such an undertaking, and he just didn't want to leave. And that memory for me, that's why I'm going to come back, and I want to say, this is for you, Papa. And I know that, I guess, if you're listening, you have a memory. We'd love you to share your memory on their page, on my page, or your favorite show, or what you can't wait to see. I'll remind you on the different posts to say that. But I really feel like we should all share what our favorite Broadway show is. And I think sharing a memory is just as important.
Absolutely.
So we were going to play a game, but you know what? Okay, we'll play it. We'll be, because, I got to tell Sienna, my intern, this was her last day. So we're just gonna do a really quick one. This is Never Have I Ever edition, but we're gonna do it our own way. So we have to hold up 10 fingers and you put one down. Never have I ever rode on a motorcycle. I have.
Yes.
So down. Never have I ever sang karaoke. I have. Never have I ever traveled out of the country. I have traveled. So is that a down? I have. Never have I ever cried laughing. Oh my gosh, yes. Never have I ever lied to my parents. I think I have as a kid. I'm sure I have. Never have, swam with the dolphins. I have not done that. So that doesn't go down. Okay. Never have I ever gone skydiving. I haven't done that. Never have I ever played a sport. I played a sport. Never have I ever been to the Reno rodeo. I've been there. Not. Never have I been on a road trip. I have. Sure. So you're the winner.
Because I've done less?
I don't know. You're the winner. So it's okay.
It should be the loser.
We just want to say thank you for watching. We want to say the website one more time because that's important.
PioneerCenter.com.
And please check out next week. I'll be at Waldorf Grille, one of your amazing partners. Holland Rye Gals and Britton Griffith is going to join me. We're going to talk a little bit about summer fun, the music, and also we're talking about the rubber duckies in the river. Great. So tune in next week at City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, your host. See you next week.